Hey, what's going on YouTube? Hope you've been having a good day. Hope the holidays were good. Thanksgiving. I didn't post for a little bit because of Thanksgiving. But here I am doing a video on the 3rd Gen Tacoma, and LasFit Liners was nice enough to send out some floor liners for this, since I do have the stock TRT off-road floor liners in this. For me to do a video on them, they sent them out, so I wanted to do a comparison video why you should probably upgrade your floor liners and the benefits, and they just look better. So let's get into it. Let's go to the back of the truck and open the box. All right, they just come in a normal box like this. Comes with the front and the back. I will also have a link for these in the below if you like them. I installed these on our 6th Gen 400 and they are awesome. They fit perfectly. So let me get this open. We'll start comparing the front, then we'll go to the back. All right, I got them unboxed. Right here, I believe, is the driver, then the passenger. You know, right here is where the locks for the floor liners are. And then there's the back seat one. It's all folded up because it was folded up in a package. You know, just over time, a little bit of it heating up and cooling down and whatnot, it will go back to its normal shape. So when you get it back there, it'll look fine. It just looks weird now. But yep, here they are out of the box. And then they send you this little bag right here for the caps. So after you lock it in place, when you install it, you can put these caps on. Looks like it comes pre-installed on the rear one, so it looks like this. So with the stock ones, dirt and just random stuff falls down in there, and that gets under the mat. So this is another reason to upgrade. It also keeps dirt from going out from under your mats with the good cap. So the main reason to get a liner is, first off, they're better than stock. They are a little bigger, you know, more protection, easier to clean. They look better and stuff like that. And also, we're overlanders. We want to upgrade everything about our vehicles. And maybe yours didn't come with like a all-terrain floor liner, so you need all-terrain floor liners. So if you live somewhere where it's wet, sandy, dirty, or whatever, if you're off-roading and you're constantly dragging dirt into your truck, it's probably best to upgrade. And I'll show you why. I have the stock all-terrain ones, and I'll show you why upgrading might be even better than just having the stock ones. All right, on the driver's side, here's the stock one. It's wet because it's wet outside and there's water on my shoes, but here it is. And also, one thing I've noticed with these stock ones is they kind of discolor. I've had it in here for a few years. It came, you know, this is a 21, so it's almost 5 years old now. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but they do get a little discolory and just like start looking brown and just kind of old and gross. And it gets like really hard to like clean and all that. So, you know, if you want it to look better, just upgrade every few years if you want them to look good. So let me go ahead and throw this here. I could do it right now. So here's the LasFit one. So you can see kind of all the lines. And then you come over here and throw that on. So like immediately over here, it's a bigger lip to keep the dirt in, and the lip runs like right here and all this. So it's like a bowl, so it keeps all the dirt on here. With those stock ones, the dirt kind of, I've noticed it piles up right here from there. Like it all just slowly makes its way over here. And I'm hoping, you know, this lip will keep it in here, easy to vacuum and easier to clean. So let me pull that old one out and get this one in there fully installed, show you what it looks like. And boom, it already looks better, more clean. Oh, sorry, the sun's deadly over here. But yeah, it's fully installed. Now when you get it, you just want to make sure you like twist these. Sometimes it can be a pain. You want to use 2 hands, so I can't really get it. Let me get that real quick. All right, I got them locked down. They ain't going anywhere. They have spikes on the bottom, so it won't move around too much. But yeah, that looks way better. Let me go ahead and throw the old one on top. Let's grab this. All right, so you can kind of see the difference of coverage. All right, let me get that in there. Yeah, so right here you can kind of see it's longer and the lip is just bigger. Like this whole thing kind of fits in the entire bucket of it. So it kind of has a whole thing going around. You know, bigger lip over here. The lip extends a little bit up there. The foot one's about the same. But yeah, this one, these are more of a black than these. Like I was saying, they like turn brown. So if you like the more of the black look, go ahead and definitely pick these up. Now we're on to the passenger side. Let's go ahead and pull this one out and get the new one installed for you. All right, I got her installed. Man, that looks good. Let's go ahead and throw this one in so you can kind of see. This one, the stock one doesn't look as used since, you know, it's not on the driver's side. But yeah, you can see it's a little bit bigger, fits inside the bucket of this one, so it just has more coverage. And then you can see the 2 different colors. So if you want more of a dark one, it's still like this over here. Covers a little bit more up there too. Let's go ahead and pull the back stock ones out. I don't know if the LasFit's really going to cover a lot more because there's not really that much more room to cover that you need. But we'll go ahead and pull it out so it matches, and it's also a darker black, so it looks a little better. Let's get this junk out of here. Now let's install the nice one. Got it installed. So you can kind of see here, the stock ones didn't have this. Again, it's like a bucket. Now remember, this one's all bent, so it just needs a little bit to warm up and it'll mold back to your truck. So just be patient with that. But it has like a bucket that comes around and then it goes more under your seat. So actually, I didn't really think about this. I have my amp for my sound system under there. So this goes on top of the amp. So there's kind of a little bit of space here. I honestly like that because people are getting the amp really dirty with their feet and stuff, sticking them under there. So this will actually protect my amp. So that's why it's a little spacey here, is because there's an amp under there. And then I also have a really thick wire ran under here, so it's a little spacey here. But that's how it was with my stock one, so it's not any different. But yeah, this looks a lot better. I'm not gonna throw the stock one on there because it's kind of the same coverage, but the lips are just bigger to keep, like right here, the lips are just bigger to keep the dirt in, if that's what you're looking for, way better. And also it's way darker black, so I think it looks smoother and I like the pattern on there. All right guys, that does the video on stock versus, aftermarket floor liners, all weather liners, whatever you want to call it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed those liners. I do. We have them on the 6th gen, and I was just super impressed on how well they fit. Then LasFit decided to send a set out so I could review it for the 3rd gen Tacoma. Fits perfectly, looks good. I just really enjoy that it's like a darker black and it covers more. And like I was saying, it's like a bucket where you just keep more dirt in there, easier to clean. And when you want to clean them, pull them out, you can hose them off, pressure wash them, whatever you need. But that's it for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for LasFit for sending those out. I have a lot of videos like this on this truck and a 6th gen 4Runner, so if that interests you, check out my channel. And then I have my Instagram where I post about my truck and the 6th gen a lot on there, just different content. So if you're curious to that, go ahead and shoot me a